Hello everybody, Ben Rogers here at the Raptors Digest, breaking down the Toronto Raptors 115-98 loss to the Chicago Bulls in this year's preseason. Now, it's been an ugly preseason for the Toronto Raptors, especially the main top guys, but there was definitely some positives to take away from this one. But I will jump off right off the bat, say it was an ugly loss. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We were pretty inefficient, all of our starters with the exception of Gary Trent Jr., even our main rotation guys off the bench. It was pretty tough. It was a tough look all around for this Raptors team. But the one saving grace that I will continue to mention is our starters just really feel like they don't care about what's going on in this game. I'm not trying to downplay the losses, but Fred VanVleet, even Scotty Barnes, they don't have the same intensity that they've been playing with, in last season, especially the playoffs, obviously, but even regular season last year. So, the defensive effort, Fred had 5 steals in this one, but on the offensive end, just didn't really have that same oomph. So, we'll dive into the game. We'll see how people did. But the first storyline that I do want to talk about is Delano Banton. And obviously, he's a guy that's on one of those unguaranteed contracts. So technically, he's fighting for one of those roster spots. But Delano, man, he's not only fighting for a roster spot, he's fighting for legitimate minutes on this Toronto Raptors team. Because looking at his stats, 11 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, was a plus 10 for the game. Had I think that's the highest plus minus with the exception of Hernan Gomez, right? Delano Banton was absolutely electrifying out there. He's going down the lanes. He's hitting them with these sick old Euros finishes, and he's getting contact. He's getting bumped on these drives, and he's finishing on top of people, finishing around people. And yes, the jump shot's still not something that we're sure about. It's not something we can guarantee is going to be reliable if he does get actual minutes for this team. But it might not matter if he's able to get to the rim at ease at this level. And yes, there's also a concern about turnovers, but the recent games for Delano Banton in preseason, he's been fairly effective at protecting that basketball. Only 1 turnover in this game in 17 minutes of action, only had 2 assists, but had a lot of drives and kickouts for plays that really should have been completions, should have ended up in assists. But if he's driving the lane that much, is able to protect, is able to finish at that level, Delano Banton's looking like he may be that backup point guard for this Raptors team. So that's very encouraging moment for preseason, because that seemed like our biggest hole in terms of what we were looking for coming into this season. But we have a super chat coming in from Cherry Reaper Gaming saying the most cheap team in the NBA, Wallawi, trade everyone but Scotty and rebuild, give up on Trash Gal forever. Cherry Reaper Game, and I appreciate the super chat, but I don't agree with the sentiment. And I know it's time preseason. We all want to overreact. We all want to get juiced up, but I'm not giving up on Pascal Siakam. Don't be calling him Trash Siakam. I don't even know how to bring that up, but I appreciate the super chat. But I'm gonna finish off gassing up Delano Banton because Flynn hasn't been able to really show off what he has, what he worked on his game on in the offseason, because he had that unfortunate face injury. So seems like the common case with Malachi Flynn, when he has these opportunities, something comes up, something goes down where he just gets knocked out of contention. Whether it's bad luck, bad timing with injuries or whatnot, it just sucks for Malachi Flynn. But just like last season, Delano Banton is starting the season out strong. And I know in the thumbnail I talked about Champagnie. I'm going to dive into big time the Champagnie talk once we debate the end of the bench players. But I'm going to go through the starters, go through the people that we have, probably going to be playing more rotation minutes for this year, because Siakam, Cherry Reaper Game is calling him Trash Gal Siakam. I don't think he was trash tonight. Had 18 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, steal, a block. 1 for 4 from the 3-point line, 7 of 17. Missed a few bunnies, missed a few shots that, he should be making and stuff. But these are all tune-up games for the Toronto Raptors for these guys. Siakam, again, I like that he was finishing, missed his free throws. Free throw shooting felt brutal tonight, especially from Pascal and Precious Achua. I can't even speak right now. But I thought Pascal was fine. I thought Gary, our star boy, was out here absolutely cooking. He was the guy that was also, didn't take many shots, 6 of 8 from the field, but 17 points, 3 assists, 2 steals, 3 rebounds. Gary Trent Jr. is elite. He can get you those shots. He's getting them in the mid-range. He knocked down a 3 tonight. Gary Trent Jr. is a legit bucket getter for the squad, and we're going to need it if we're going to be having 3-point shooting performances like this from the rest of the guys. But Pat Love saying shout out to the Raptors Digest. Appreciate you, Pat Love. But Paradise Lost saying Tampa deja vu. And yes, the preseason currently has been following the pathway, following the pattern of Tampa, but we'll be fine, folks. We'll be fine. It's only preseason. We can't be stressing about this too much. We should only be overreacting to the positives. High IQ plays from Raptors fans and stuff. But OG Anunoby, again, not the greatest performance from him tonight. 4 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 2 blocks. Yeah, fantasy stats, juice those blocks. Scotty Barnes, again, only taken 6 shots. I'm not really scared about the fact Scotty Barnes only has 7 points. He's been a turnover machine in preseason. He had a bunch of rebounds, but my biggest concern in regards to Scotty Barnes has been we need this guy to be shooting a whole bunch more. There was speculation he might become the second option coming into the season. And so far, he is... Let's see how many people. Siakam took 17 shots. OG took 7. Fred took 14. Gary took 8. Precious took 10. Even Josh Jackson and Delano Banton shot more than Scotty Barnes tonight. Like, we can't have Scotty Barnes, our rookie of the year, our up-and-coming promising star, only taking 6 shots. And tonight, we may as well get the award out of the way. The Scotty Barnes Award, it's going to the guy that should be taking more shots. That's the only take. That's the only way this award can be given out tonight. It's going to Scotty Barnes. Scotty, put up some more buckets. I don't care if you miss every single one of them. I want you taking Bam Adebayo saying he's going to take 18 shots a game. I want Scotty Barnes taking at least 20. That's what I want to see from Scotty, because he's such a lead around the rim, mid-ranges, and where's this jump shot? Because he hasn't missed many, like with Scotty Barnes out here, but he hasn't been taking that new look jump shot he's been working on this summer. So those are my only concerns that I have really with Scotty Barnes. Not the fact that he's a poor player or anything like that, but the fact that we're just still underutilizing him. Maybe, we don't want to show off all our tricks in preseason, but I want to see Scotty Barnes with the basketball a little bit more. See what the chats are saying. Mohit's saying, I love your content. Appreciate you, my guys. And if you guys are, I'll also plug it here. I'll plug it a couple times the podcast. If you guys are interested in joining the Raptors Digest Fantasy League, join the channel membership. We'll be launching that Fantasy League by this upcoming weekend. The draft will be happening at some point at time at that point. So once you join the channel membership, there'll be a community post you can see, and then you can join the Fantasy League. So definitely, we'd love to have people involved with that. So spots are filling up pretty quick, so get involved there. But yeah, that's sort of the random mid plug. Checking out what the chat's saying. Harrison saying we have absolutely no shooting. Definitely not looking too great tonight. Fred VanVleet also had 13 points. 5 steals from Fred, which is nice, but 3 of 12 from the 3-point line, which is a bit gross, a bit ugly. We need those shots to go down more. And one guy that, I'm pushing the propaganda still. I'm always going to be pushing it, but Precious Achiuwa, he's looking a little bit more like the preseason Precious from last year, the early season Precious from last season, because the 3, he hit 1, which is solid, but 2 of 10 from the field, kind of missing his touch shots. He was banging down consistently at the end of last season. 6 points, 5 rebounds. Again, I'm hoping it's all just touch-ups, tune-ups for our guys, but it's a tough look. It's a tough look. And Chad Thundercock is saying he agrees. Matrix Thompson saying, who knew Delano Banton to be far and away our most consistent best player in preseason? Gotta give shoutouts to gotta give credit where credit's due. Delano Banton's been out here balling, so that's a huge plus for us there. Thaddeus Young, I thought he played well tonight, but definitely his best preseason game. But he's only 6 minutes. We're not worried about overplaying Thaddeus Young in the preseason. Let's see. Juancho Hernan-Gomez, Bo Cruz, 3 points. He knocked down 1 3. I thought he was probably also had his best game in the preseason because he knocked down his 1 of 2 threes. He's got to be more of a scorer if he's going to be out there being a rotation player for this squad, though. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. He did have 2 assists, 2 rebounds, but Bo Cruz has got to be out here. He's playing solid defense, but that's mostly our rotation guys I've touched on. But really the juicy stuff in this podcast. And actually, let's get the segments out of the way tonight. The one, the only, the spicy Pele of the day. It's going to Delano Banton. Coming down. He had a couple plays in this one. He had one massive dunk from driving down the lane in traffic. Came down, threw it down. straight down the lane. Matty D was on the call, calling out, yelled out Rexdale, number 45. You love to see Delano Banton happening there, playing at that level. But, we also had Alvin Williams compare him to Michael Jordan with that dunk. So, when Delano Banton's getting Michael Jordan comparisons, it's a W. But that's a positive OGs as well, I guess. But, not all plays can be the spicy play of the day, and some just make you say, oh, geez. And tonight, the OGs play of the day, it's going to Mr. Andre Drummond from the Chicago Bulls, who himself, I've heard the rumors for season after season. Oh, Andre Drummond's got a jump shot now. He's got a jump shot these days. Well, in this game, he knocked down 3 threes, was celebrating on every single possession, doing weird arm motions and stuff. Andre Drummond's banging 3-point shots. The world's turning upside down. I don't really know what's going on. I'm surprised he's like a backup center. There's always rumors we might acquire him, but do you guys be interested in trading for Andre Drummond if he's going to be splashing threes? Let me know in the comment section below. I said in the last podcast, we need some of those thick boys. We need some size. We need some strength to be bullying down low. Drummond would be a cool pickup, especially if he can space the floor for this team. I digress on that point, but the final award, the infamous, the one, the only Paul Pierce Golden Kazoo Award of the evening, and it's going to everyone on the deep bench. And I see the talk picking up in the chat about the deep bench right now, because Delano's not a part of the deep bench. Jeff Doughton Jr. has been absolutely amazing this preseason. He's a guy that I was hyped about during Summer League, but let's see his stats. He had 6 points, 2 steals in this one, but 3 of 4 from the field. Only played, 8 minutes. Jeff Doughton's been legit. He's going to be surely on our team. He's on a 2-way contract right now. Might even get converted. We'll see what ends up occurring. But outside of Jeff Doughton, Josh Jackson, not a good look tonight. DJ Wilson, not a great look tonight for DJ Wilson. Gabe Brown missed his 2 threes. That's what he's really out there to do on the court. Ron Harper Jr. came in, got 2 fouls, didn't really do much else outside beyond that. But the one guy everyone was excited to see, everyone was juiced up to hype and rave over, was Justin Champagnie. Champagnie Poppy, because he is a guy that's legitimately in the mix for a roster position, because he was so good for this team in his limited role for the squad last season. And we did get to see some vintage Justin Champagnie hustling for those boards, working it on the offensive glass, defensive glass, and doing his hustle plays. Let's see his stat line. Where is so many guys played, it's hard to maneuver through this, but had 1 point and only 1 rebound. The box score is not showing it, but he was tipping the ball loose, and he was still doing his Justin Champagnie things, but he was also doing the negative Justin Champagnie things, where he's just kind of out there on the court and doesn't really have an impact. He's content with kind of staying in the corner, and we know he's a solid shooter. He's a guy that kind of has a handle. I'd expect him in his first game back to be at least demanding the ball a little bit more, right? Like, show us what you got. He's been working on that jump shot, Champagnie. What are you ready to do? And it's unfortunate because he didn't have that great of a showing. And there's only a couple preseason games left, and we've seen guys like Josh Jackson have their high moments, DJ Wilson have his high moments. So, highs and lows, I guess. Champagnie was just kind of meh out there tonight. And a second Golden Kazoo, I guess, is going to Nick Nurse for, Champagnie is the guy that played in the rotation last year. I was expecting him to get some minutes with the starters, because I feel like he shines a little bit more with the better players around him. Maybe you should be saying the same about Jackson and these guys, this, that, and whatnot. But in the fourth quarter, you expect him, especially where he hasn't got a chance to play compared to the other guys, let him run the full fourth. Right, let him start at the fourth. He played the first 8 minutes, and then what happens? He gets subbed out with 4 or 5 minutes to go. Champagnie, in his opportunity to make this roster spot, only got 8 minutes. Throwing in Ron Harper Jr., who's already on a 2-way contract. Right? What is this? What is this? We want to see Justin Champagnie. We want to see him play. Don't be taking him out, Nick Nurse. I thought that was a bit of an L, but yeah, we'll see what people are saying in the chat as we move along. But yeah, let's just swing it into the final alarm. Woo 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 woo. Beep 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 beep. Woo 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 woo. Beep 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 beep. That's right. The final alarm has sounded, folks. We want to hear what you guys have to say about this game, about the deep bench spot. looking at the chat now, and well, I guess they're in the chat right now. Jays Digest is in the chat, and obviously the Blue Jays just had an absolutely, you thought this preseason game was bad. Go look at the highlights of the Blue Jays game. That was absolutely disgusting. So lots of content coming on the Jays Digest about what the team should do for the offseason. Obviously, offseason is probably the most fun time for YouTube channels, so definitely check out the Jays Digest, subscribe to their channel. Help us out, help Nick and Peter out big time. But yeah, it's tough. But Ben, I tried to paint my house using Crayola crayons. That's tough, Scooby-Doo. That's tough. It's a tough job painting there. But Clouden saying I missed this game. Clearly didn't miss much. You did not. You did not miss much, Clouden. Not a good game. But the Raptors played 17 players. Their fourth string Bulls played 11 players. Raptor starters were up end of 3. No one should take this loss seriously. I agree, G. Completely 100%. It's a little bit tough that our starters kind of, we're missing free throws. We're not that polished up. But again, these are tune-up games, so we don't have to deal with these duds, these stinkers during the regular season. But yes, especially the first half, the starters did look a little bit better. But we can't hit a free throw to save our Paradise Lost. Same where's Josh. Joshy Ice living life. He's still, I think he posted a vid with the Leafs Digest recently. They're still doing their live streams and stuff. Joshy Ice still chilling, still kicking. But we can't hit a free throw to save our lives. Agreed, Tom M. Edward, it's been rough. It's been a tough go. But Banton's, my house is made of bricks and boxes. Scooby-Doo. You wildin' out. But Jace Digest saying, Banton looking real good though. Want to see Scotty shoot the ball more. We gotta see Scotty knock down the shots. But Go Sports, it, Ghostly Jurassic. Record gone because of load management. That load's being managed, guys. Gotta rest up come regular season. But did Bull starters play? Yeah, all the Bull starters played. They ran a little bit longer than us too. It felt like just from the eye test. Yeah, DeMar played 27 minutes. Vucevic 26. Levine 24. I guess the Raptors played a similar amount, but their upper tier bench guys played more than our upper tier bench guys. That's an excuse for this loss. But Scotty to Banton connection look good. Yeah, they have a chemistry. They have a legitimate chemistry about with their games. But the first and second unit finished after the third quarter, and we won. Definitely agreed in Canasio. But Paradise Lost, AO and DJJ closed the game. Yeah, there was also that lob that they had. I don't know who finished it. The Bulls had some nice 30 bench guys. Actually look pretty nice, so I can't deny that fact. But I don't think we need to overreact to this game, over talk. This is definitely, preseason live streams. They're always fun when it's a fun game. Always fun chatting with you folks, but we don't need to ramble on too long in this one. It was an ugly game for the Raptors. A little tune-up game for the squad, for the boys. Just wanted to get on here and chat with you folks, get your thoughts on it, give my takes. But Noble Venom saying Scotty needs to shoot the ball more. It's not that simple. He doesn't have the half-court offensive skill set at this point in his career to take lots of shots. Noble, personally, I disagree. I think his ability to finish around the rim, his ability to slash, his ability to use his size, I think his handle's extremely tight, his body control to sort of get to open space when he's looking to be aggressive. He definitely has the skill set. He just needs to be more assertive and drive those lanes and take more of those shots. We've seen Scotty Barnes when he's looking to score, when he has a score-first mindset. Not only does it create shots for himself, but then the defense has to help on him and he can pass off to other people. Yes, the jump shot needs to come along. Yes, finishing through contact can always be improved as a younger guy, but I'm definitely not agreeing that he doesn't have the skill set. But how's Josh Jackson? Josh Jackson wasn't good. I thought he took a lot of decent shots. The one bucket he did make was all right, but tonight his defense was all right as well, but 2 points, -17 for the game, 1 rebound, 1 of 9 from the field, 0 of 3 from the three-point line, and they were very open corner threes. So it's a tough look. But yeah, we'll see how it is. I'm only going to start worrying about this Raptors team come the actual regular season, but I'm still betting the farm on top 3 seed. So you guys should too. Anyways, you guys are the best to make this far. Check out the Instagram, the TikTok, the Twitter, all that cool stuff. Anyways, I'm signing out. Cheers.